In this tutorial, I'll show you what adjustments you can make as an admin in Empower in the Settings menu. The Empower feature shown here should also be integrated into future versions of Empower and in some cases already in older Empower versions. To access the Empower settings, first navigate to the group Extras in the Empower ribbon and click on the split button Help and Settings. Now click on the Settings button. This will open the settings menu in a new window. As an admin, you can make a variety of settings here. Please note that any changes made here will affect all Empower users across the company. As soon as you make changes in one of the tabs on the left, you can save them with the Apply button, and then make further changes. Click the OK button to save all changes and close the window. Depending on the type of changes, it may be necessary to close the Office application and then open it again and perform a sync. In the tab General, you'll find the option Force Master Selection at Startup. If this option is activated, a window opens after PowerPoint starts, in which you must select an Empower Master before PowerPoint is opened. This ensures that only centrally shared master templates and masters stored in the library are used. If this option is not selected, a blank Office master will appear. If you have saved a master as a company default, it will be opened automatically when PowerPoint starts. In addition, templates that do not come from the library can also be used. If you select the option Show header and footer fields in presentation settings, you can define the header and footer settings in the presentation settings feature. In the section Update Notification Settings, you can set the default behavior for update notifications. And in the section Update Behavior Settings, you can set the default behavior for updates when saving. For more information about update notification settings or update behavior settings, take a look at the corresponding tutorials on YouTube and in the Help Center. In the section Convert Slides, you can specify how Empower handles slides when converting. Select the option Conversion with Adjustment to Working Area to automatically adjust to the working area, or select Run Design Check and autocorrect all issues found to run the design check when converting and fix any identified errors. By default, if you select the option No Adjustment with Shapes at the edges, when converting slides, slides with elements that extend to the edge of the slide will not be adjusted. If you select the option Apply Advanced Layout Mapping, the layout mapping will be applied if it has been set up by the admins. There is no disadvantage for you to activate this option, even if it is not used. If you select the option Ignore Shapes outside slide pane from adjustment, it means that any elements that are outside the working area will not be adapted to the working area. If you select the option Prompt User Dialog every time, the user dialog will be displayed by default when converting slides. Here, the user can confirm or change the preferences managed by the admin. In the tab Designs, you can store several corporate designs as an admin. Each corporate design contains predefined colors and fonts and can also contain its own agenda templates. These designs become active when an associated master is used. In the Empower ribbon, only the fonts, font sizes, and colors that have been approved for this design are displayed. In the tab Colors, you can define the color selection for each design. You can add new colors and specify whether a color may be used as a fill, font, or line color. You can also allow transparency for colors or specify whether a color should be displayed in the color picker. To delete a color, select it and click the Remove button. In order to clearly display the colors in the color pickers in the Empower ribbon, headings and empty placeholders can be inserted between the color fields. When a heading is added, the text can be entered in a gray box. A heading is always inserted below the existing color fields and can only be moved before or behind the already created colors, not in between. An empty placeholder adds a color field, which appears as a fill, font, or line color in the corresponding color pickers, depending on the activated options. The placeholder is displayed as an empty space to support the distribution of colors in the color pickers over a certain number of columns. Under color layouts, the number of columns of the color pickers for fill, font, and line colors can be adjusted and a preview can be displayed. In the next tab, fonts and font sizes that should be available for the respective design in Empower can be set. A desired font can be selected and added. The list of fonts are the default fonts available in Microsoft Office. If a font is missing, it must be installed on the system in advance and can then be selected from this list. When using proprietary fonts and embedding the font in files, the familiar PowerPoint restrictions apply. Font sizes can be entered and added by clicking or pressing Enter. When the preview box is selected, a preview of the font is displayed in different font sizes. For the user, only the specified fonts and font sizes are then available in the corresponding design. In the tab Corporate Design Check settings can be set. The design check can be performed automatically before presentation is saved. If there are any errors against the design, a notice will be displayed. However, this setting is not recommended if Microsoft's autosave is enabled, as the design check runs every time you save and can affect the performance. The design check can also be performed automatically when a presentation is opened, and a notification will appear in case of errors. If you select this setting, the startup performance of large files will be delayed a bit, as they will be checked automatically. The next option determines that elements can only be uploaded if they comply to the corporate design. In addition, you can use the toggle buttons to set which of the following parameters the design check should generally check for each design: title placeholder, logo protection, layout protection, font, font size, font color, fill color, line color, bullet style. For the consistency check, the configuration files can be downloaded and uploaded in the next tab. This configuration is done via the file ruleconfig.xml. Customizing this file is usually done by Empower. For more information on the consistency check, please contact your onboarding specialist or customer success manager. The language assignment feature can be enabled and managed in the tab Element Language. Available languages can be added, deactivated, or changed in order. Activation is done by clicking on the corresponding available language and clicking on Add. The list refers to the standard list from Microsoft Office. In the tab Features, the functions available in the Empower ribbon can be managed. Features can be enabled or displayed for users by checking or removing a checkmark. The placeholder settings allow you to determine what behavior is triggered when users use the placeholder options. For each of the 6 insert options, you can choose between 3 functions. Built-in opens the normal PowerPoint selection. If you select Deactivated, a message appears that the application is not available. If you choose Empower Slides, the corresponding folder, if it is activated via the feature list, opens in the Quick Access pane, in which your templates coordinated with the corporate design are stored. This is the default behavior for chart, clip art online pictures, picture, and table. In the section External Link Settings, you can create an external link which will then be available in the Empower ribbon. The external link can be labeled according to your needs. In the tab Spell Checking, you can decide which languages should appear on top of the list of the spell checking. New languages can be added and the order of the languages can be adjusted. Languages can also be removed from the list. The list refers to the standard list from Microsoft Office. To use machine translation, DeepL can be integrated with Empower. To do this, an API key is entered to activate machine translation. Limits can be set on the number of characters translated per user. A character budget of 0 disables the use of DeepL. To use DeepL, you need a character budget, which is available to you if your company has booked this function. Note: the API key must be purchased independently by your company from DeepL, and the billing of the use of DeepL also runs independently of Empower via DeepL. The character limit therefore also serves to regulate costs. In the tab Branding, Empower's design can be adapted to the corporate design by entering an RGB value to replace Empower's default color. So if I change the color here, then the color of the buttons change, as you can see here. In the tab CD Admins, you can add or remove corporate design admins. A corporate design admin has access to all editing functions in the settings menu. To add a user as a corporate design admin, they are searched for in the synchronized directory service and added with the plus button. To remove an admin, the minus button is used. After changing this setting, a sync may be necessary. In the Empower settings menu, you as an admin can set a variety of settings that have a fundamental impact on all Empower users throughout the company. This allows you to adapt the Empower application used in your company to the needs of your users. Feel free to test the function yourself and save valuable time. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact us.